world is a vampire sent to drain, secret destroy.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to another edition of the Stub Club. I'm Brian.
I'm Mike.
And we just got out of Rampage.
Ooh. It's a good movie.
It was a good movie. So
really
I was
liked it.
very surprised how good this movie actually was. Stars Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Oh?
Who's the guy that plays Negan? Because the dude that
Jeffrey D. Morgan.
Jeffrey D. Morgan's in it. The guy that was in shit. the guy that plays Deathstroke now in the DCEU.
What's his
He
name?
was in Magic Mike. He was in How I Met Your Mother.
He was in Spider-Man back in 2000, whatever.
Yeah, he was Flash and Spider-Man. Can't remember the dude's name though. You see him in everything now, but you don't remember the name.
Yeah.
But anyways, Ralph, George, and Lizzie are back after so many years of being out of pop culture. Even though everybody still loves the Rampage games, they've technically been out of pop culture for what, over a decade now, probably.
Probably like 20 years.
Well, no, because I'm pretty sure they had a PlayStation 1 game.
Did they?
Yeah. So it's probably around 10 to 15 years, somewhere around there. But,
Yeah.
so I will say the movie started off and I was like, oh, wow, this movie is just going to be awful.
Really?
Like, when they have the CG, so there's CG gorillas in this, not just George.
But George is real gorilla.
George is not a real gorilla. He did not grow that high.
The wolf is real, though.
No.
The lizard's real.
No.
The rock's real.
He is real. Which is weird. But, no, because because they start out in a freaking gorilla enclosure, and you see these CGI apes,
Yeah.
and I'm like, man, Jungle Book, this is not.
No.
Because
Yeah,
the
no.
Jungle Book had awesome CGI. Jungle
Yeah.
Book made the animals look great.
It's because it's Disney. Disney has
true.
ridiculous amounts of money to blow on
Yeah,
everything.
this was made by New Line.
Was it?
This is made by New Line, who did The Lord of the Rings, which, funny thing is, when they did The Hobbit, the CGI was terrible in The Hobbit, except for Smaug.
Yeah. I like
They did the Freddy Krueger movies.
Oh, yeah, they did.
And again, those were really good until they started putting in CGI, and you're like, wow, that worm looks really fake.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, it continues, and all of a sudden, the story starts to pick up a little bit, and it gets better.
Yeah.
This, I will put it out there right now, this is the best video game movie.
So far.
I mean, again, there's not really too much that we can take from other video game movies, because
Yeah.
the most recent one that just came out was Tomb Raider, and we gave that like a mediocre rating at best.
Yeah, I saw it the second time. I liked it the second time.
I mean, it was all right. I'm not going to hate on it, but
Yeah.
I mean, my favorite video game movie until Rampage, was the Angry Birds movie. And the only reason why is because there's no plot to Angry Birds except they're going to get the eggs back.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I
I don't know. I kind of like the Resident Evil movies.
1 and 2 were okay, and then once 3, and then they started going to Afterlife and stuff
Was
like
3
that.
the one where it had like they were on the buses in the middle of the desert?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Well, one was pretty good. I mean, it was
2
still
was really good.
It was still crap. It's a fun movie to watch, but you
Yeah.
know it's trash. It's one of those movies.
It's so bad, it's so good.
I mean,
Just like Sam Life.
shut up. I mean, most of the reviews that I'm seeing for this have been, it's a popcorn movie.
Yeah. What did your mom say about it?
She didn't like it.
No?
She's like, I can't get into it. She's like, I would not pay money to see this. I'm gonna fully disagree with my mother.
I'd pay to see this movie, and I pay for my movies monthly.
Yeah. I mean, in all honesty, I'd pay for it again. I wouldn't pay full price. I'd wait for like the matinees or the discount day.
Yeah.
But the only thing that really sucked was that there were. So we're just spoiler alert now.
Oh yeah.
There were a couple of false deaths and there was one where George falls in a plane, and they're just like, he's definitely dead. And the trailer ruined
the body.
The trailer ruined the trailers ruin these movies now.
Yeah,
Like,
that's why I've distanced myself from any Avengers Infinity War trailers, really.
the Avengers trailers have not given anything away. The worst thing they gave away was that Thor and the Guardians meet up. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, that's the worst thing so far they've given up. They haven't given up, like, who's gonna die, who's going to
They hint
survive.
at it,
They hint at it.
They're so tricky about that. They show one scene of one character where it's like,
Yeah.
oh my god, they're gonna die. Then they show another scene, and you actually are like, oh my god, that's gonna be it. But if you watch it again and you stop it, it's actually two different locations.
It is.
And you're like, oh, they got me.
But, like, it blatantly shows the end of the movie where George, Lizzie, even though they never call it Lizzie, they just call it a giant-ass crocodile.
But everyone knows.
But everybody knows it's called Lizzie. And Ralph, which they're, haha,
All the
it's funny.
weirdos on the internet are calling him
All
Ralph.
the weirdos on the internet are calling it Ralph. But they show the end of the fight. They show the end. It ruins a lot of the plot of the movie. So that's why they shouldn't have those. They shouldn't either put that in the trailer, and which would mean that the trailer would suck and this wouldn't get any publicity.
Yeah.
Or they just don't have those false death scenes
Right.
in the movie. So that kind of sucked. But
So, what is the plot of this movie if we didn't go over it already?
so the plot of this movie, there's some sort of alien chemical substance thingy that falls to Earth after it gets destroyed from a. There's a whole scene before. I'm not going to go into that because it'll basically give away the entire like beginning of the thing. But they've seen in the trailers where it falls to Earth. Some sort of gas sprays the animals. The ape grows to big size, and the Rock's like, "Oh my god, we have to save it. They have to save this animal. We have to save this ape. He's my friend." The wolf has wings. Every time I see the wolf fly in this movie, I laugh so hard.
It scares me every time I see it.
I don't know why it scares you.
Dude, it spooked me.
It's so hilarious.
Just like every wolf, giant, creepy, nightmare-fueled wolf coming at you on wings. You're like, oh no.
Every time it goes like this and the wings come out, I start laughing so hard. Every time.
It's like a
and-
little sugar glider.
No, you know what it is? It's a flying squirrel. It's a flying squirrel wolf.
It's a flying squirrel.
And so the whole thing is that The Rock and this woman, I can't even remember her name, and I can't even remember her real name in the
Got me.
No, because she was.
I think it's Kate. Is it Kate?
I think it's Dr. Kate something.
Yeah, it's
she's
Kate
a
something.
doctor. So she's helping The Rock find a cure for George. And there's this evil corporation. Again,
Go figure.
It's a video game movie. There's always an evil corporation. There was Umbrella. There was Trinity, and now that's Energen.
Yeah,
something like that.
I mean, if we want to throw Ready Player One into this, you got IOI Industries
Yeah,
as well.
I mean, even though it's not a video game, it's
But going
based
to a
off of video games.
But that's different.
But and that's another thing, because I keep seeing people say that Ready Player One's the best video game movie. It's not a video game movie. It's a book.
Well, I mean, technically, it's a movie about a video game.
It's a movie about video games, but so is Wreck-It Ralph.
Moving on. Moving on.
Your head just exploded, didn't it?
Did. What were we talking about?
Yeah. Okay.
Tomb Raider?
Yeah.
Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider.
Let's
Yep.
do it.
So, and there's this evil corporation. This woman who's, I actually really liked her. She was crazy.
God, that brother in the brother in the corporation.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, he's eating.
He was, but like he was funny too. He's obviously the comic relief, and he's just shitting his pants because they created this. They created the serum thingy that's supposed to that makes these things grow larger and larger. It's supposed to be a weapon. It's still alien sort of because that's how they explained it.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah.
It's still alien because that's how they explained it.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Fuck.
There we go.
God damn it.
Got dangly stuff, Brian.
Oh well. People are going to be annoyed by this. I don't care anymore.
Jesus.
Wow, that was impressive. So where were we? Oh,
There's an evil corporation.
There's an evil
brother and a
corporation. They
sister.
created this. Serum, and they have this thing where they have this whole plan where they're gonna, because nobody knows about the giant crocodile. Nobody knows about the giant lizard. Until basically the end of the movie. Even though they show it, like, this thing is terrorizing people. I don't care what anybody says.
Terrorize me.
Because we went and saw this with, like, what, 3 of our friends?
Yeah.
And they made some pretty good points, because this thing was in the Gulf of Mexico. This giant crocodile was in the Gulf of Mexico. So it had to go up through the Mississippi River, probably. But it had to have seen people.
Yeah. How do people not see a giant lizard?
Unless the Mississippi River is
Chilling.
bigger than we think.
Yeah, right.
But they have this giant antenna that only that has a frequency that only the monsters can hear. And so that's how they go to Chicago.
Because when they made the serum, they put, like, bat sonar in there.
Yeah, that's what it was, bat sonar. The way they made the serum, they said, like, we have the regeneration of this animal, we have the strength of this animal, we have the...
They named, like, 8 different things that they just
like the strength of a bull beetle. I never even heard of that before, but obviously I'm not a zoologist. The speed of a cheetah, stuff like that. Just making this the most evil freaking thing that they could. And
entomologist. You're welcome.
Shut up. So the big thing that people want to see in this movie is the fight.
Oh my god.
And the fight is awesome.
It is.
If you're waiting for Godzilla versus King Kong or something other
This will hold you over.
This will hold you over. The fights in this movie are awesome, although they kill the wolf off super hard.
Yeah, they do.
They rip that thing's head off. And I've already said spoiler
Then
alert,
it eats it. The lizard, like, snaps the wolf's neck, bites off its head, and then they show it eat it.
I mean, and the thing is, though, is that if you look in, like, actual, like, the animal world, that's exactly what would probably happen.
Yeah.
I mean, because unfortunately, thinking about this now, the crocodile should have won the entire thing. You know George is going to win this movie. Even if you don't see it, you know George is going to win this fight just because he's the hero of this.
Yeah.
But, like, if this was in the real animal world, the wolf would have died like that.
Yeah.
And then the gorilla probably would have died because it probably would have got dragged underwater.
Yeah.
But, again, the fight in this is awesome. They destroy the city, which is cool.
Oh god, that building that goes down and they're all on top of it.
They make references to the game. They have both Rampage and Rampage 2 in the Evil Corporation's office.
The arcade cabinets. They have
the arcade cabinets are right there, and it says Rampage. So, because I had a theory while I was watching this, I'm like, you know what would have been a better story is if this dude. Just some random, like, scientist dude.
Was controlling him.
No, was like, I love this game so much, I want to make this a reality. So they create the serum and do that. I think that would have been a much better... The plot of this is... It's
like the plot started as like, oh, let's do one thing, and then they're like, no, let's do this instead. And they're like, well, we already did this much. Just go with it.
Yeah.
Just go with it. It's like, okay, that's cool, I guess.
Yeah, this movie's not going to change your life.
No.
It's not going to be like The Godfather. It's not going to be like The Avengers, which is coming out next week.
But if you're like me and probably like you and you played the game as a kid.
I mean, it's not even that. It's
one of my favorite games.
I love the game, but I mean, that game had no plot either.
Just destroy buildings.
That's all it was.
Rampage.
But they gave this one a plot. It wasn't that good. It's still fairly decent. Yeah. There's a reason why we're saying this is the best video game movie that there is right now. Until they make, like, the magnum opus of video games, which is probably going to be some stupid Halo thing. What?
Duke Nukem.
John Cena's going to be Duke Nukem.
Yes! Oh!
But,
I didn't see anything in that movie.
shut up. The overall the fighting is overall the fights in it are really good. Like I'm surprised this is a PG-13 movie.
Yeah,
because they like destroy these people.
The one monster gets friggin' stabbed through the eye with a
right
spear,
through the eye.
Or a giant pipe.
Frickin' the wolf gets his head ripped off. You see people get thrown off a building.
You see a lady get eaten by a gorilla.
She gets eaten. And like they do it slow mo too, so you see her go into the mouth and then just
mouth closes, and you just see like her just fold up.
Like, holy crap! Are you kidding me? And
then the dude that gets thrown, the helicopter pilot on top of the building, just gets whipped.
It was 4th and long, and they had to throw a Hail Mary to win this game, and he tossed him.
Oh yeah!
Like holy crap! So it's a good movie if you're not looking for like a magnum opus. If you're not looking for like this to be the most life-changing movie ever.
It's pretty much like if you go to the movies and you're like, "Hey guys, let's go to the movies." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay." And you get there, and it's Avengers, and then Rampage, and you're like, "Avengers showing, but I've seen it like 20 times. I'll probably see it 20 times." You've seen it like 20 times.
You saw the first one 12.
Yeah, I did. And then you're like, Rampage is here too. There's Avengers, but I want a break from Avengers, so you go see Rampage.
It's a good popcorn movie. It's a movie that you can sit down and turn your brain off.
If you don't have a brain, it's good too.
If you don't have a brain, you're gonna be.
So, anyways.
So, Mike, out of 5, what would you give it?
I'm giving it to Tyler 5 out of 7 lemons. But I can't do that because I'm not Tyler. So I'm gonna do 4.5.
Wow, you're giving it a 4?
Yeah, 4.
I was
4 out of.
I was gonna give it a 3.
A 3.
I mean, again, I like this movie. Don't get me wrong. It's actually a really, really fun movie to watch. But the plot was dumb. Like it really was. Nobody
cares about the plot. They just want to see the monsters fighting.
There was a lot of. I mean, it's true. That's why I'm giving it a 3. There was one whole like third act of just monsters fighting, which is dope.
Yeah.
But like I don't watch The Walking Dead.
Oh, I do.
I stopped watching The Walking Dead after season 4.
Oh.
The internet spoils it for everybody.
Yeah. So you know who Negan is?
Yes.
I felt like
I've never
him in this movie was very, very much Negan-esque.
So wait, does he talk with that stupid accent in the Walking Dead too?
No, but like his facial expressions and his aneurysms in the movie are pretty much like that on The Walking Dead. And I'm like, God, this is Negan. It's so Negan.
But he talks normal.
Yeah, he talks normal.
So, in this one, he has this. So he doesn't have a Texas accent.
He doesn't have a Texas accent.
He has this
their partner.
Dumb Texas accent, and they keep calling him a cowboy and everything. And I'm like,
because he's got a giant belt buckle on and he's got his gun in the front.
Dude, every time that he was on screen, I'm like, please don't open your mouth. Please don't open your mouth. Please don't open your mouth.
And then he opens his mouth and it sounds like this.
And no, it sounds worse than that. And that's bad. And it's like, I like the actor. I've seen him in a couple other things. He's not that bad.
Watchmen.
But like, oh, that's right. He's the comedian. I hate that movie. That movie is trash.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like we're doing another review.
Yeah.
But every time they open his mouth and I hear that stupid Texas accent, and if you're from Texas, please don't get mad at me. Your accent's fine, but like he is
when they're not from Texas and they try to do a Texas accent.
When they're making the drawl, just stupidly over the top accent. It's like when you go see a comedy and somebody's making fun of the Asian accent and they make their eyes go slant and they go ching chong. I'm like,
oh,
that's what it was like to me. It's super stereotypical, and it's so dumb. So, anyways, that's my gripe about this movie: the plot and his stupid accent and the dialogue. The dialogue sucked too, but either way, the movie's fun to watch. Don't be like, oh yeah, this is gonna be a great movie to go like and analyze. There's no end.
So, final score:
3,
4.
All right, guys. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you next time.
Bye.